Welcome to my story, man. I don't know how long this video gonna be. I'm gonna try to make it as short as possible, but I'm here to talk about the about females and how long they've been railroading men in this system, man. In this fucked up system, the way they do men is ridiculous, and it seems like there's a new sheriff in town named Donald Trump. And they, get me wrong, I'm not really fond of Donald Trump, but you know something, man? If I seen Trump right now, I slap him a five, I buy him a brew. Like, listen, bro, you just did men a big, sir. You really did us a great favor, man, with these cuts that you're doing with this Section 8 and this Medicaid. Because bottom line is, men have been railroaded by this system for so long when it comes to females, man. I'm not talking about the fucked up men. The good men are shitted on. We are mixed in with the bad men when it comes to taking care of our children and in our families. We get railroaded. The courts don't want to hear anything. Now, I'm going to tell y'all a story. I'm going to keep it 100. I have no reason to front for YouTube or anybody. If I'm a fucked up individual, if I did wrong, I did wrong. But in this case, I've done no wrong. I'm a genuine brother, and there's many like me that been shitted on and made to look like villains, been villainized by this fucked up system, and these women getting away with it, and they love it. They love when they throw us to the to the wolves, and they don't give a fuck what happens to us after the fact. Now, I'm gonna touch on my situation, what I've went through. I have a daughter. She's 15, man. She's 15 years old. She was born in 2001. I was with her mom since we got together in 99. We had our baby in 01, right? We was all right. We was in a relationship, everything, yada, yada. Shit started getting crazy. She got pregnant. I asked this girl, man. I'm never going to forget it. I asked her, look, are you sure you ready for this? I'm ready for this, man. I had a little job. I was only making like $9.50 an hour at the time. I was only making like $9.50. I was living in New York. I'm from Brooklyn. So I was only making like $9.50 an hour, man. I asked her, is you ready for this, man? I mean, I am. Obviously, I know what I was doing. I put my penis in you raw. I'm ready to accept my responsibilities and have a beautiful child with you, you know? This is my first kid. Let's get it. Yeah, I'm ready. Yeah, I'm ready. Meanwhile, she wasn't even working. I'm the one that was working. I was still living with my mom. I wasn't completely ready. But, I mean, just because you live with your parents don't mean, Mexicans and other races, they live in a household together. They help support each other. Black folks are the only ones that be on that, you had a baby, go out and fend for yourself type shit, man. It's different if I wasn't working and, you want me to, kick me out of my ass and show me my responsibility. But if I was responsible and, why do that? But my mom wasn't like that. Thank goodness. But we had our baby. We had a baby girl. Yo, soon as she had a baby, it's like a 360 change, man. She just did a whole 360 on the brother, man. Like, she was leaving the baby with her mom. Her mom wasn't in the best health. She was leaving her baby with the mom, dude. She'll leave on a Friday night. She'll come back like a Sunday afternoon. I'm calling her like, yo, where you at? What's up? Where you at? Where you at? And everything I'm telling y'all is real shit. You know what I mean? If she was here, she'd probably deny it. But I got people to vouch for what the fuck I'm saying. But anyway, I'm on the phone calling this chick like, yo, my daughter, I got to go get my daughter. Your mom's, she ain't sick, so I got to go get my daughter, bring her over to my house with my family, you know what I mean, and take care of her and stuff. So ever since this baby was born, I watched her come out. Like I said, we was in a relationship. I wanted to marry her. I wanted to move out of state and try to make a better life, but it was difficult with her. She didn't want that. But I'm going to go in chronological order with this shit. So she, I'm like, yo, where you at? And she not picking up, not answering. And she answered on a Sunday morning. I'm like, yo, what up, man? My daughter, I had to go get her, man. She over there with your mom. Your mom ain't in the best of health. I'm calling to see if you over there. You ain't there. I got to run over there and grab her up. And I didn't have a car in at the time, man. I was taking a bus. Sometimes I had to walk from Brownsville or my house to, with the stroller, shit like that. I was always in this girl life, man, up until today, 2017. She know who daddy is. I go get this. I go get her every summer and bring her with me. I live in VA now, so I go get her every summer. I haven't got her last summer because we was going through a little battle and shit. But I'll talk about that. Anyway, so she was. I didn't know what she was doing. I'm like, yo, what you doing from Friday to Sunday? She just not answering me, and then I had to find out the hallway, like the wrong way. Found out she was. I saw like this thing in her purse, like little bra and thongs and shit. I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm like, yo, what's this? She telling me she tried to front, but she was like, oh, she was a hostess in a club in the Bronx and all this bullshit. But that was code word for this bitch was probably stripping or doing some other shit I didn't know about. So then, boom, right? She had a dude that lived in this project called Van Dyke, and this nigga was the nigga that was running her to the Bronx. This sound like on some pimp shit, man. Yo, I never expected that from her. Like, that shit caught me, like, totally off guard. People be like, yo, you know who you be with when you married? No, you don't. Sometimes, though, people put that fucking mask on, and you don't know them until, it takes years for them to expose themselves, man. And that shit bugged me out. And the dude was calling her mom, like, yo, because after she stopped, she didn't want to do it no more, whatever the fuck she was doing. Dude was coming up to the building. He grabbed her in the hallway, choked her. I heard. So me being I'm being me. This is my daughter mom. This is the girl I'm with. Like an asshole. I'm ready to go clap this motherfucker. You know what I mean? On some other shit. Me and my mans. And Duke wasn't where he was supposed to be at, so it didn't happen like that. You know what I'm saying? So that's a whole nother story. But I was ready to put my life on the line and freedom for this bitch, man. And boy, I would have been the dumbest to do that. You know what I mean? And so I forgave her like an asshole because, we trying to make a family pop. I learned you can't turn a hoe into a housewife, B. I learned that, but got with her. We forgave each other. I forgave her, and it was like smooth for a couple months. Then later on, same thing again. I'll go get her from work. She finally found a job at Wendy's. I go get her. One night, I was getting off, and I'm like, yo, I'm calling the phone to come get her from her job to take the train with her at night so she get home safe, like a real man. She ain't there. Then she talking about she getting off early. She going home. I go up to the Wendy's anyway. They like, yo, nah, we just closing. It's 10 o'clock. She left early. She didn't get off. Like, they didn't close early. She left early. And then there was a dude at her job. She had me introduce me to the dude. I felt shaky about it. He wasn't there, so she wasn't there. And I'm like, I was like, all right. Kept calling her. She ain't pick up. I went to go get my daughter. So it's like, I was going to my cousin's crib like 2 a.m. I seen this bitch, man, holding this nigga hand in the street. That shit tripped me out. Don't believe that. So I stepped to her. I'm like, oh, this is where you was going to fuck your coworker, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Skip past all that. We deaded it from there. I was going to engage this bitch the next day. And, the ancestors was right on target, man. Like, didn't let that happen. So I kept my ring. I was glad. I'm making $950. I saved up my little ass paychecks to buy a ring out of Zales, man. I was broke. Trying to be a real nigga to this broad, man. And she shitted. So I left her the fuck alone, man. I just cut her off. Still was with my daughter, though. She kept trying to make it kind of hard for a nigga after that. Like, yo, like I did something wrong to you. I ain't do nothing wrong to you. I was trying to give you what you deserve. But you wanted to be a thought. That ain't my fault, son. You know what I mean? And I grabbed my daughter up and took her, kept taking care of her, buying her whatever she needed. She was a baby still, spending some time with her, buying her the formula, the food, diapers, what I'm supposed to do. So, as she grew, I kept doing the same thing. Buying her shit. I was sliding her money sometimes. Here, take like 100, take 100 here, blah, blah, blah. She'll work one job, quit. Then she'll work in the supermarket, doing dumb shit at the supermarket, quit. Shit like that. She could not be, like, she couldn't hold a stable job at all, dude. At all. Till this day, she still can't. So anyway, fast forward, and my daughter getting older, 3, 4, 5 years old. I'm still sending this bro a little bit. I'm giving her money when I see her, and I'm still buying my daughter things as I give the money. So eventually, she started picking up, yo, this nigga is buying her shit, and he giving me money. Why do I fucking gotta buy my daughter shit if he giving me money? I'ma keep the money and pocket the money. This bitch would take my money and go spend it in a number hole, all type of crooked shit. My daughter need Pampers. She took my daughter's bracelet, bro. My homie, he had a big ass Cuban link, like it was a big link, like this thick. He took his chain, cut it down into a bracelet for my daughter. Like, I'm talking about the biggest ass bracelet for like a 2-year-old. And that's what a godfather do. She pawned my daughter's shit, man. And that right there, like, that set off a whole chain of events. I was totally done with this broad. I stopped calling her, man. I didn't even want to talk to her. I just, I just bring her the money and grab my daughter. So eventually, I started seeing my daughter in the same clothes that I was buying. And I didn't see nothing new on this girl, man. I'm like, yo, why? And my mom was like, yo, this girl, why is her hair never done? Like, it started looking crazy. So I stopped sending her the bread, giving her money. She like, yo, why you I'm like, yo, I'm not feeling how you not buying this kid nothing with my money, man. You know what I mean? You get, you use your mom's, you got a little job, you buying her food. I'm giving you money to get her food, but where's her clothes, man? You can feed this kid. I can feed her, but where's everything else, man? She need clothes. She's growing constantly. So she not, she just, well, if I feel she needs something, I get it. No. It's not just if you feel she needs it. And you ain't doing it. Obviously, you ain't feeling it enough. So, her mom throwing a bug in her ear. Her mom wasn't that sick, though, where she ain't telling her, yo, he don't want to give you no more money, take him to child support. So that's how that child support started coming up. Bitch took me to court. I'm like, all right. And I wasn't making much, dude. I mean, I wasn't making much, man. And my job, I ended up, the contract ran out, so they had to find me work. So I was out of work for like 3 months. During that whole shit, I had to go to court. The judge told me, yo, you got to take this paper, go look for a job, man. She gave me this little thing where, like, I'm some deadbeat motherfucker. She told the judge that I wasn't never did nothing for my daughter. So then my mans in them was like, yo, man, you should, next time you should have been giving her money orders and shit like that, because they get wise with that shit. So I don't know how true that is. If you go to court with receipts and money order, receipts don't mean shit. You can get that. Clothes could be for anybody with a receipt. Money orders with the receipt might mean a little bit more. If you put her name on it and the kid name, maybe that make a little difference, but I'm not sure. But she took me to court and they tried to make me find a job. Mind you, she wasn't working no more. They didn't make her go find work. They made me go. They made me go down to this spot and go find work where they gave me a Metro card free and all that. I didn't need none of that. I found me another job anyway. Then when I found it, they were taking before that, right? I wasn't working. I'm looking for work. They made me give the default payment of $25 a week or some shit, or was it a month? I don't remember. So when you ain't working, these motherfuckers still have you on this shit. You think this bitch gave a fuck about my well-being where, oh man, if this shit builds up too much, what if I don't find a job for a year or something? I'm gonna go to jail. I'm gonna go to jail behind this shit. And she didn't give a fuck, man. She didn't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck if we gotta go to jail, if we fall on hard times. They don't give a shit. They want that. They want to crucify us with the court system. You feel me? So, I, got a job and I started paying about I think 80, 70 some dollars. Still wasn't making much at the time, $70 every 2 weeks or some shit like that. I was paying her or whatever. But it's funny because she was getting more from me before the whole thing. I was giving her $100 and some cash, and then I was still buying the kid stuff. So she was getting more out of the deal. And this dumb bitch wanted to get smart, listening to niggas throwing a bug in her ear, and now she got chipped off less. You feel me? So we ended up not speaking. It got worse. But my daughter got bigger, and I'm like, yo, you owe me money. I don't take her to court for that shit. You owe me money for my daughter bracelet. I should take you to court. But I was like, whatever. I ain't got time to be. I don't like going to court. That's the whole thing. I don't like being tied up in this devil system. That's not me. If I can handle shit mano, I'll do it like that. I don't like running to white daddy. You feel me? That's just not my thing. That's what these bitches are doing though. This is what these bad wenching ass fucking